I think that's all you have to do.
Okay. Hello!
Hi.
Welcome back. It's episode... I have no idea. Six?
Five?
Five?
Six. I think six.
Six.
It's six.
That's sad. It's been so long since we've done an episode.
A lot going on?
Yeah.
I feel really weird.
Why?
I don't know how to do this.
I kind of forgot how to do podcasts. Also, because Dan is right there.
That's okay, too.
No, it's fine. But it makes it weirder when you're talking to, like, yourselves.
And we're off book.
You're episode 6.
I didn't even realize that.
Completely off book.
We have no notes.
Yeah, because we're
No
pretty
plan.
sure we have 2 things to talk about, and then we'll be done in like 20 minutes tops, and you guys won't have to be like, shut up.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's not
Y'all.
going to be that short.
Life is hard.
Yeah.
And job is hard. And families are great and hard.
Great and hard.
I mean, they are.
Yep.
It's true. So yeah, it's just been hard to find time. Well, you went out of town.
He just opened. What are you drinking?
I mean, we could...
Like, you can't make a can opening quieter. It opens as loud as it opens. And that's it. It has one volume. And you're not getting... He's drinking rosé off screen. That's what's happening right now. Maybe we should just get started.
All right, let's talk about what we're drinking.
Yeah. So, I have a little treat for us.
What is it?
Well, I went to China
Yeah, you
while
did.
we've been gone. I spent 2 weeks in China and Hong Kong. And, okay, so...
Don't forget the microphone is like under the
Oh
table.
yeah. When I used to live in China, I could find this in Hong Kong because you can get a lot of English things in Hong Kong. But now you can actually get it in mainland China. And I saw this and I freaked out and I was like, I'm bringing us back one for the podcast. This is my favorite cider of all time, and I happen to think of myself as a bit of a cider connoisseur.
What is it? What's it called?
Old Rosie.
Move your
Focus.
face. Oh, there it is. That worked.
Cloudy cider. It's not filtered. And it is a 7.3% alcohol.
Oh my God.
Slowly matured and left unfiltered.
You said that part already.
Oh yeah, well I didn't read it.
Okay, pour it in because I'm really excited. What's it smell like? Wait.
Well, you get a better whiff in your cup than through the
Oh,
bottle.
okay,
but-
that's true.
Yeah. Yep, so I had a bottle right
Oh
then.
my gosh, I'm so excited.
And make sure I divide it evenly. And kind of checked a bag just for this because I was just so excited. You can't even know.
Awesome.
So happy.
What was your favorite part of being in China?
This past visit?
Uh-huh. Because you were there for a long time.
Yeah, I went to Hong Kong for 4 or 5 sleeps, and then I went over to mainland China where I used to live in Shenzhen. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it's so stinky.
Kinda. That is so... Okay, everybody get on a plane right now and go to China.
Or England.
Or England.
It's from England. It's from Herefordshire.
It's like sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah. Wow. It's my favorite.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome, buddy.
Oh my God.
My
right.
favorite part. I don't know.
Yeah. What did you do? What are some of the things you did while you were there?
So I had 4 days. Oh yeah, so many cool things happened. Actually, it's all coming back. So 4 days in Hong Kong, and I stayed in an Airbnb there. So it was like I was living there. I mean, I know that's like their tagline, but it really felt like that because it was in this neighborhood that I didn't know so well when I lived there, but it's really like gentrified a lot. It's really cool. It's sad but true. And so I lived in a little apartment there, and I got to go on this cool mission for our friend Jess, whose grandfather has been drinking this tea for 30 years, and now you can't get it in the U.S. anymore. Like, they won't ship it.
Oh.
So I went to the place where, like, the owner lady was there and, like, bought 2 kilos of tea to ship back to the U.S.
That's a lot of
tea. So that was fun, like, finding it and, like, finding directions to the tea place and then talking to the people about their tea. It was really cool.
Did you talk to them about the tea in Chinese?
No, they speak Cantonese in Hong Kong, and I only speak Mandarin.
Oh.
Yeah. But the lady spoke English.
Now that sounds like a super insensitive question. Like I don't know what they speak where.
No, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine. In fact, the whole area of China that I lived in kind of technically should speak Cantonese, but the city I lived in that area speaks Mandarin. So you wouldn't really know, but
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't know. No. So I did that, and I did one thing I absolutely had to do in Hong Kong was visit the big Buddha, the Tiantian Buddha, and I did that, and it was almost going to close before I made it to the top of the stairs, so I ran to the top of the stairs. I was like Rocky. It was like 257 stairs, I think, to the top.
Yeah. Do you know I've never seen that movie?
Me either. Maybe.
Because I just don't care.
I kind of care, but not really.
I don't. Sorry.
So I did that. Ate lots of good food, good vegetarian food.
Yeah, your food photos were on point.
Were they?
Mm-hmm. They always are. I generally, as a rule, hate food photography because most of the time it looks like shit. It's terrible. If I go into a restaurant and they have photographed the food to put on the menu.
Oh, you don't even like that? That's
no,
kind of funny.
Because they're terrible photographers.
Yeah.
And you guys, both of you, do a good job with your food pictures.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. And I don't even like that. Well done.
Cool. Thanks.
I posted a photo of bread the other day, and I was like, I'm breaking my own rules. But it was so good.
It's bread. It's not food.
It was so pretty, though. My friend made me homemade sourdough bread.
That's cool.
In her, 1950s awesome oven, in her adorable little house, with her adorable wife. I just love them so much. And she brought me homemade sourdough bread.
That's a nice gift.
When I was cleaning the knife that we used to cut it, I cut my finger. But it was a serrated knife. Now I'm just getting gross, sorry. So instead of one cut, I have 6 tiny cuts.
It looks really cool. It looks like a tiny Wolverine attacked you.
Kind of.
Not a Wolverine an animal, a Wolverine the guy.
What?
Wolverine the guy.
He only had 3 things. Both hands.
He went...
Anyway, I didn't mean to sidetrack.
I was supposed to do this.
Oh, man.
We'll come back from a break.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so Hong Kong. Those are kind of the highlights.
That's great.
And then I met this girl when I lived there about 7 years ago. She was working at a bar. She was 17, working at a bar.
She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
You were really hoping I was going to know what you were talking about and join in and make you proud, and I didn't. Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you want me, baby?
Oh, I know that song. But I don't know that song.
Don't you want me? Oh, I'm sorry. I will stop. Because I had a hard day.
She's salty today.
I'm feeling really salty today.
Salty goes good with cider.
It does. And singing random songs as a way to cope with my saltiness is better than threatening to mail everyone a bag of dicks, which is what I have been doing.
We're keeping a tally.
All afternoon.
Keep a tally of how many times anyone, especially this one, says that phrase.
Yeah, sorry.
Actually.
What, bag of dicks? Is that the phrase?
2 times. 2 times. This is like the South Park movie where they just tried to see how many times they could say the F word.
I didn't see that either.
All right.
Right.
So that was awesome. Then I went, so I met up with her. She was like, I want to be in Hong Kong. Haven't seen her in 7 years. Didn't know her that well. We've kind of been keeping in touch on Instagram and that kind of things, but not super in each other's life. And we had the best visit. I was going to meet her for coffee, and we ended up having wine, and then
better than coffee.
And then the owners of the coffee / cocktail place were like, "Oh, we just got in this new sherry. Will you try it?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Here, give it a try." I'm like, "Oh, it's delicious." And they're like, "We're going to use it to make this cocktail. We're going to go make you that cocktail and give it to you for free."
Aww.
So then we shared that, and we spent 6 or 8 hours together that night. We went and got some ciders and sat by the water on the bay, the Hong Kong Bay, and
y'all were so cute.
It was so fun. And then we hung out 2 other times, twice more in mainland China, and just hit it off. It was so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I went to mainland China and got to see one of my bestest friends ever, which was good.
That's good.
And got to run some little secret errands for you. Can't talk about that because it has to do with Christmas presents.
Wait, what?
No, the thing.
Oh, mine. Yeah.
The thing.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure that they're not watching.
Yeah. Oh, wait, but I didn't actually do that. No, I just had to talk about it, but it didn't get done. The painting.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah.
So,
right.
I have a guy in China who does all my oil paintings.
It's pretty awesome.
They did that and got to go on a little errand to get some fakey bags at the fakey mall. That was fun. Had a good time.
That's awesome.
Ate more good food. Hung out with good old friends that I haven't seen in forever. It was really good.
I'm
it
glad
was
you got
really,
to
really
go.
good. Thanks.
Got a good work break.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I had a month off.
It's a long
Just
time.
hoping they would hire me for the job to start in October.
And we
Sure
did.
enough. Sure enough.
Yeah. So we don't talk about our office very much. I mean, we talk about work sometimes. We don't talk about our office very much, but we kind of went through some like staff transitions at the office for a while. And so I was doing a different role. So we hired Kimberly to do my job. And then when that kind of ended, we had this like month overlap, which is when she went to China. But then, it turns out we hired her for our new position. What's your new job,
I
Kimberly?
am the litigation attorney.
Yeah, you are.
So, our model is universal access for everyone. And kind of one thing that I think we've been missing is affirmative suing other people. So really helping our clients get like the money they deserve.
Oh my gosh, now we sound like a commercial.
I know. We've done this before.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only way you can really say like, they have the same rights as anyone else.
Yeah,
Just because
so-
you don't have money, you should still be able to sue.
I mean,
people.
so we should clarify, like, generally when people come into our office, they're responding to something or they're reacting to something that has happened, right? And that's how a lot of, especially legal aid models do things, right? Like
a legal aid model could be, we only do answers to unlawful detainers. Like, you're being evicted, we'll help you do all the paperwork. So that's just, they focus on that. They get really, really good at it and efficient at it.
Yeah.
But we're a little different.
But if you're not being evicted and your house is like falling apart, you need somebody who can help you kind of bring an affirmative suit, meaning you're the moving party.
Yeah. And that costs money.
It costs money, and it takes time to gather evidence and do investigation. And for legal aid attorneys, like us, who are generally really overworked anyway, right? We have a really high caseload per person, right? All the staff attorneys manage between 30 and 40 cases at any time, which is a lot to manage. So we don't have time to do a lot of like affirmative work. We have other things with like more pressing deadlines and stuff like that. But we got this new amazing grant to fund this fellowship, and we hired Kimberly.
Yeah.
And we're so happy.
So I'm going to be like the small claims, civil harassment, restraining order / all litigation expert.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. I
for
get
you,
to,
dude.
every day is like a huge challenge, but I'm never overwhelmed.
Oh my God, I'm
Like-
overwhelmed every day.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of cases right now. All the cases I have are ones that have already been existing for months. So I don't have like brand new stuff to take on. It's stuff that I'm all familiar with. So really it's just now like learning everything. And
That's
I
so cool,
love
though.
learning new stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's your jam.
Yeah.
Cool.
it's fun. It's a good time.
What else? Anything else in like life catch up?
No, I don't think
No. I kind of had like a shitty month.
Aw.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm standing. I've gotten to visit with some good friends and, taking time with my family. All of the North Bay is on fire right now.
so. Yep, it actually smells like smoke outside.
Yeah.
Actually tonight it's really nice. But last
Still a
night,
campfire.
yesterday, this morning, it smells like somebody's house is on fire next door.
And a lot of people, have lost their homes and their
10 people have died so far,
More,
I think.
more than that. It's up to like 15. Anyway,
Jeez.
so we're thinking about all the people,
Yeah.
affected by those fires. There are friends. Like, I have friends and colleagues who had to evacuate. And
We need forest fire reform. I heard this morning it's like 0% contained.
yeah, it
That's
was
crazy.
this morning. It might be better now. I don't know.
Crazy. It smells
Anyway,
better.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the really important stuff.
Learning.
We had a giveaway.
Oh, who's that? Yeah.
Da. And it was on Ravelry, in our Ravelry group.
Did you close
You
it?
know what we didn't do at the beginning of this episode? Introduce ourselves.
They know.
Tell them where to find us.
You can find us on Ravelry
Uh-huh.
as the Cloud Society Podcast.
Yeah, we have a group.
We're Cloud on Instagram.
Instagram is at Cloud Society Podcast.
Yep.
You can find us there. And my name's Anna. Thanks for
Kimberly.
listening to all our stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to me say bag of dicks 3 times now before knowing my name. Okay.
You can just call her that if you want.
Please don't. Anyway, we did a giveaway. We did a giveaway.
Did you close the giveaway thing?
Yeah.
You should close it right now. Because if there's another one, you
Oh yeah,
snuck
no, it's
in.
closed. I put a thing out on Instagram this afternoon letting people know.
But did you make it so
Oh,
you can't
no.
actually comment?
Excuse me while I just...
What if refresh it? It would be so cool if one person commented right now before we actually close it and then they win. I would be so
great.
proud of them.
Okay, so we had a giveaway on our podcast group.
Because
No, it's so
we
sad.
got over 250 subscribers. Yeah, but you have to now like make it so no one else can comment. Like close
do you
it
do
somehow.
that?
I don't really know. Maybe you can't. No, you're a moderator. You should be able to.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I have literally no idea how to work this.
I wonder if
fine.
I have to do it. I started
Anyway,
it.
so there weren't that, we had a handful of people enter. The odds for winning with us at this point are very great, so you should always enter anything that we have. But we are going to choose a random winner right now
Yeah.
on our podcast.
So right now there is a Google Home over there. You can't see it, but you should be able to hear her.
Okay.
And we're going to do a number between 2 and 25,
Uh-huh.
and then you're going to tell us who that is.
Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, Google. Pick a number between 2 and 25.
All right. 10.
10.
10. Go to entry number 10.
Entry number 10.
I did 2 and 25 because I'm the
Auntie
person-
Joe, you are the
Auntie
winner.
Joe.
AUNTIE.
Wait, I think I know
Joe.
this person.
And so our question for the giveaway was, give us some new podcasts because we love podcasts and I've been listening to a lot of My Favorite Murder. Here's the thing, fuck everybody. It's my favorite podcast in the world right now. Anyway, okay, so Auntie Jo says that, she loves us. And she loves My Favorite Murder and all things true crime and murder mystery. Oh my gosh, her favorite current audio podcast is History on Fire. That sounds really interesting. Ooh, and the guy who does it has an Italian accent.
Oh, hey.
Hi, hi. So, Auntie Joe, thank you for entering. You are going to be the winner of a new skein of yarn from a local yarn dyer in
Local
Berkeley.
to us, yeah.
Local to us. It is Earl Grey Fiber Company. I'm going to post a picture of the yarn that you're going to be getting. It's called Dickens yarn. It's really pretty color. So we're going to send you a skein of yarn and a project bag that Kimberly is going to make. So look forward to a little surprise package in the mail. Contact us on Ravelry. Send us a message with your contact info, and we'll get that out to you right away. Yay.
Eventually.
High five,
We'll get it
Auntie
out to
Jo.
you eventually.
Oh my gosh, no. We'll get it out to you as soon as we
Can.
have it ready. Yeah. So, all
As
right.
soon as it exists.
Don't wreck it.
We're still figuring out how to do this. We'll get it out straight away.
We'll get it out, yeah.
I mean,
I feel like if we can get through tonight without the camera shutting off.
Oh, how's our timer doing?
Good.
Good.
We have like 10 more minutes.
Cool.
Is there anything else we need to do besides giveaway?
Reminder of the knit along.
Yeah. Tell
The
them about
sock
it.
blank knit along.
Yeah, we're still
because
doing that.
you got a cool sock blank in Ireland. I've had one sitting on my shelf forever. So knit those bad boys. Let's close it like end of November?
Sounds
End of
good to me.
October? End of November.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
December
see.
1st, you'll get some. We'll pick somebody who hung out in the discussion board. Oh my! Oh, what are they doing?
Marled Magic Section 6. Oh my gosh, so
Using a
cute.
sock blank in it.
Yeah, look at that pretty
How
thing.
cool.
Okay, y'all get onto the podcast.
How many posts are there right now? 4 posts. That means you have a 25% chance of winning some prize at the end. So go ruin it for everyone. Go post some more stuff.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And let's just get right into it. Let's get right into the knitting.
Want to show yours?
Yeah. Okay, so I have been knitting.
Oh,
first
wait,
of all-
side story.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that box that you're holding?
It's a bag.
It's a box.
Okay,
It's a cube.
Box bag.
It's a box bag. It's a box.
Guys, all right. I had a birthday.
We talked about it last time, but you forgot.
I know, I did forget it. I had a birthday in August, and Kimberly, my best friend in the world, gave me this awesome Golden Girls bag. Why is the camera so far away? Move your face. Look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, could I be happier?
It's nomadic yarns, in case y'all need one.
The answer is no.
What do you mean, no?
The answer is no, I could not be happier.
No, I said in case you all need one. And I said the answer is no.
No.
Of course
I
not.
said, could I be happier?
No. There's an incoming call.
Hello?
Oh. Alexa
Is it
is
me?
talking to us inappropriately. And it's not her place to be talking.
Anyway, I love this thing. And everywhere I go, somebody comments on it. Right? I just need... Okay, the only downside to this bag...
Uh-oh, is someone missing?
No, there's just not a good...
Solid
full-
Sophia.
There's not a solid B. Arthur.
Oh.
Sophia's like...
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. There's Sophia. She's... Wait. Hello? There's Sophia. But B. Arthur... just kind of feeling the corner there.
Oh, you know what I did today?
What?
I bought us tickets for a double date to the Drag Queen Golden Girls Christmas show.
So excited!
When are we going? November 1st?
November 30th.
November 30th.
My gosh.
Like the earliest. November 1st. That would be amazing.
I'm so excited.
We went last year, and it is amazing.
Well, you guys went last year.
Yeah.
And we were like newish friends.
Uh-huh. But the whole time I was there, I was like, I was here too.
And I was like, I wish I was there.
But we found out about it last minute, and my mother-in-law was here, and my husband was like, do you guys want to go see a drag show tonight? We were like, what are you talking about? So we were like, sure. And it was one of the most amazing shows I've seen in my whole
I cannot
life.
wait. I cannot wait.
It was so good. I mean, the costumes are perf. Like, I don't know where they got size, like, 25 for these giant men. But perfect outfits for Golden Girls. I mean, some that are absolutely knockoffs of ones from the show. That, like, oh, I've seen that. Like, if you go watch the episode, like, oh, that's what she's wearing in the episode. It's so
awesome.
good.
I'm so excited. Anyway, this is my Golden Girls bag. So I've been knitting the sock blank that I got in Ireland, which is Townhouse Yarns. That's the name of the company, and it's a Dublin yarn dyer.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, thanks, right?
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah. So this is what the sock blank looks like. Oh, that's the back side. Yeah,
hide
right
my
now it's
face
all
a little.
twisty now. So it's a little crinkly from being in my bag, but you know, it's pretty. I actually really like it.
That's pretty.
Nice and bright. So I have been knitting the, oh yeah, here's the lemon and lime. Okay. I've been knitting the Mercury Socks on it. So
How do you like the pattern?
I like it. It's easy and it goes pretty fast.
You have it memorized. You can just do it.
Totally. So here's the little, your face. Yeah. There's the lace. I feel like the camera is so far away. Yeah, a little ribbing. The only thing is I picked the smallish to medium size. This is how much I have done. Not a ton. Well, almost one full sock, I guess. But I picked the smaller medium size, like the second.
How many stitches?
60?
Oh.
Yeah, I think. So it's a little bit smaller. But
But this is very stretchy.
yeah,
lace, so.
it's stretchy. I think it'll be okay. It looks tiny. Like where did I take it? I took it somewhere.
Oh, I was there for this.
Yeah, and I was working on it. And
Happy
somebody
hour
was like,
after work.
oh yeah, somebody was like, what
quarterly
are you
happy hour.
knitting? And I was like, oh, it's a sock. And they were like, for a small child.
I get that so
Like, sorry, you have
unusually
gargantuan
often
feet.
when I knit socks.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, what are you expecting? Maybe it's like if it's a knit sock, it's a big old woolly sock.
Yeah.
But I get that all the time when it doesn't make any
little
sense.
lace pattern. I like that so much. I think it's so easy and adorable. Yep. So this is how I'm doing on my sock blank. And you know, general impressions. So I didn't wind it down, right? I'm still pulling it from the. And I actually love this.
I love it.
I love it.
I really like doing it.
I love that there's not that much crazy yarn all over the place.
It's true.
And
It's
it's
not gonna go bouncing.
satisfying. It's satisfying to just pull it out. And I love how the yarn looks after you pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, you know, there are a couple places in the sock where it, or as I'm knitting it up, it looks a little bit jinky, a little bit weird, and crimpy.
It'll block out.
Yeah, but it'll block out. Oh, I think I noticed it most in the heel.
Oh.
Is where it looks a little bit weird.
Were you doing those slip stitches?
Yeah.
Or loose? I can't really, I don't know.
I feel like the camera's so far away.
I don't know why it feels that way, but I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There. So you can see a little bit more like how the twistiness of the yarn shows up. But other than that, I mean, I really like it. I'm having fun doing it. And this feels manageable to me. So I think this is definitely not my last sock blank.
Will you seek out another sock blank or kind of maybe wait for one to cross your path or what?
Both. I mean, I don't, in our local yarn shops, they don't carry a lot of sock blanks.
Yeah, actually.
Right?
That's
And
true.
so it's not the kind of thing that like I would just happen to see in
That's
the
true.
store. I would have to seek it out online. So probably, you know, any one of the yarn companies or yarn dyers that I follow on Instagram or something, if I see one that comes up, if I really like it, you know, I might buy it, but I'm not going to like, it's not going to be an impulse purchase that I pick up somewhere while I'm out. But I really enjoy knitting with it. So, yeah, I think we need to for a second. And then,
Okay.
Yeah, BRB. So that's my sock blank. And I'm having fun. I want to pull this off. So, Kimberly, what? How's your sock blank going? Should I narrate it for you? So Kimberly is getting ready to pull out her sock blank. Are you balanced there? Somebody's excited for Halloween. I don't know if you can tell who. It's definitely not me.
Okay, I'm going to come out now. Okay, this has nothing to do with Halloween, to be honest. I bought this because I want to wear it on a regular basis.
Where can you wear that on a regular basis?
Well, I bought it at Target the other day, and I really tried not to buy it. And then my husband was like, it would look really cool with your suit. And I was like, well, that's true. So I am going to wear it on Halloween. But then I wore it all the way home. It's so hilarious.
Except it doesn't stay.
Well, it's because you don't have the straps on inside.
Yeah.
And I broke it a little bit. Because my head is
Because you were
enormous.
just wearing it so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, talk about
There's
your
a
sock
cat.
blank.
Can you see yourself? It's so cute. There's a cat in my living room. What was I talking about?
Your sock
I
blank.
can't look at you.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of freaky.
It's like,
It's the eyes.
yeah. Oh, so I wore it all the way home from Target to my house, which is like 0.2 miles. And so many people were smiling. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. This really fancy couple was standing outside this fancy hotel
there.
trying to be fancy, and they were trying not to smile. I totally smiled.
Good job.
It was so
Way
cute.
to cheer people up.
I know.
That's
People were
awesome.
like waving and going meow, and I was just like,
I love it.
then we took funny pictures of me. What's really funny is I have this picture of me just looking at my phone. Well, the cat looking at a phone. And there's something hilarious about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could insert it here.
Maybe we could.
I am knitting an AndreSueKnits sock blanket that I got ages ago. This is one of her hand-painted ones with trees on it.
It's so pretty. I'm going to pull some out of it. So nice.
Yeah. So I'm just knitting a plain vanilla sock.
So cute.
Yep, it's very pretty. And it's sparkly.
Yeah.
And what else do I want to say? Nothing really. I also love the kinky bits. I like how it's
Is yours 64?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Oh,
this
look, your
yarn-
heel looks like way better than mine.
Oh.
No, not really.
Yeah,
It's about the
it's
same.
got those weird little wiggles in it.
Yep.
That's funny. Actually, I didn't notice really. I mean,
That's just where I noticed it the most.
Yeah.
Because you're slipping the stitches, so you're not really pulling on the yarn at all.
yeah,
you
the
know?
whole thing does have this kind of weird texturiness about it, but I love it.
I kind of love it.
I love it. This yarn is so soft. Even though it has the tinsel-y stuff in it, it's just an absolute delight to knit with. I don't know if she's been using the same blanks all along, if this is what they still feel like, but it is an absolute delight to knit.
It's so pretty.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna knit. I did a fairly short sock because I don't want to use up too much yarn, but I also wanted it to be tall and not just a shorty, tallish. And then I was thinking of putting some of this in an embroidery hoop and just hanging it, but
It'd be so cute.
yeah, it would be really cute. I don't know if maybe also or instead I want to like put some stiffener stuff on the back and like sew it into a project bag or something, like put fabric
Oh.
around it maybe, because she made pillows out of someone's that she really liked. And if you just did like a sort of log cabin style, like just frame it in fabric. What was that?
I don't know.
Just one of those young people outside on their skateboard causing a ruckus.
It's like coffee talk.
Yeah. What's that? Coffee talk?
Oh my god.
What's that?
Oh, don't forget about it. It's fine. If you know what coffee talk
That
is,
sounds familiar.
if you're keeping up with me and my old self, leave a comment and tell Kimberly.
Tell me what it is.
Yeah, what coffee talk is.
Coffee.
I'm all verklempt.
Oh.
Take a moment to talk amongst yourselves.
What is this? I know what this is.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right, if you can think of it by the end of the episode.
Okay.
Okay, carry
Dang
on.
it.
Sock blank.
I'm so distracted. Anyways, so I might do that. I don't know, but I'm definitely preserving a chunk of it somehow.
It's so
because
pretty.
I want to look at it forever because it's a freaking piece of art. And I love it. She's an artist.
I mean, yeah.
And, can I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
These socks are going to be for me because they're super hecka special. But, like, I gave away a pair of socks the other day to my friend. She came over and she was like, oh, can I wear a pair of socks? And I was like, you know what? Got the deal for you. And I was like, here, brand new. You can keep them. I'm doing, like, so good now hoarding socks.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. So, like, I have a pile now where I was like, I was going to keep these for myself. And I'm like, no, I haven't worn them yet. They can be holiday gifts.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
'cause
job.
I have too many.
I
I
remember
washed all of mine.
the first time Kimberly brought me a pair of socks, she's like, here you go. And we had only been friends for a few months, and I was like, I'll never be able to repay you.
But you have.
Have I? I mean, I haven't knit you socks.
No, but you're doing this with me. Remember the time you brought up doing a podcast and I was like, oh my God, that's been my dream.
We're MFEO.
Totally.
Yeah.
Maffeo.
MFEO.
So I'm doing that. Oh, I'm also having mine in a thingy
Oh, yeah, look.
from
a little
What's Her
matchy
Face.
baggies.
In my thingy from What's Her Face.
Nomadic yarn.
Nomadic yards. I love these things.
And they're so cute. Look, this one is a little narwhal.
Yeah, and they're like knitted-ish looking, and they have like hot, snowy stitches on the outside.
So flaky.
Look on the side. Look at my little
Oh.
zipper tag that's also a progress keeper. I knit Obama.
I miss you, Obama.
Miss you, Obama.
Hope you're having a good vacation. No, he's not still on vacation.
Did you see it wasn't really a meme, but I think Moby posted it. I follow Moby on Instagram. And he posted, all Moby does is post political or vegetarian things.
I think that's why most people don't follow him.
That's why I do follow him. That's where I get all my political news.
That's too bad.
So there's this lineup of like, first it was Trump and then some other guy and then some other guy and then Obama, and it was like Trump 14 accusations of sexual harassment, and then another guy, and then another guy was like 47, and then Obama says 0 underneath, and the picture of him is like him just drinking from a cup, and he's just like looking at all the other 3 guys. It's really good. We kind of liked it. And I was like, oh, I miss you, Obama. You didn't sexually harass any ladies.
Okay, I have to know, though. Do you really say harassment?
No, that was just for now.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, thank goodness. I was really worried.
Just trying to push some buttons.
Yeah.
I thought it might be weird.
Oh, I forgot to start the timer.
I'm going to have to wing it now.
Yep, I'll just take us down to...
So, cast on those sock blanks.
Yeah.
Post pictures of it, chatter away, talk
Totally.
about how great they are, and
And if you have good suggestions
yeah.
for like where to find them or good patterns to knit with them or
like
things
who's
that
doing
you-
cool stuff with
Yeah,
them.
let us know.
I mean, AndreSueKnits really kind of started a revolution with the hand-painted ones, and now a lot of other people are doing that too.
Such a strong word.
A sock blank revolution. She totes did.
Totes my goats.
AndreSueKnits, if you're watching this, don't you let her be throwing shade at you.
I'm not throwing shade. It's
I'm
just a strong word.
You're a cool lady, and I like what you did for the community. Don't you listen to her. Did you see her new pattern that's like a little naked girl thing that you knit clothes for? It's like a paper doll, but wood.
No.
And that it's so neat. It's
Oh,
so crazy.
I'll have to look at
I
it.
kind of want one. Don't need more of that stuff in my house, but I kind of want it.
Okay.
It's like this super thin girl called Dress Me Up Betty or Cozy Betty or something like that. And then she has patterns to knit her like knitted clothes.
cute.
It's so cute.
You know, my daughter all the time asks me, like, Mom, can you knit me this? Mom, can you make me this? Mom, can you make me this? And I'm always like, dude, I made you some stuff and you did not care.
Well, you didn't make the right thing.
And she's like, but you didn't make this.
Oh,
Yeah,
see?
you're right. I did not make
Like
that.
what kind of stuff does she ask for?
My Little Ponies.
Make you and My Little. She wants you to make a My Little Pony. Be like,
Uh-huh.
girl, there's copyright protections involved in that. and I
Yeah,
can't
she
be-
wants me to make her, dolls. She wants me to knit her a doll. And I'm like, well, I knit you an elephant that you used to really like. And she does still like, you know. But she's
old
had
now.
it now. It's old.
Yeah. Knit one of those Arne and Carlos dolls.
Oh my gosh, I should.
So cute.
I should.
I haven't worked on mine anymore since I showed it last time.
You know, I did a project recently that made me think of my daughter and something she might enjoy. Because every time I knit something, if it's like in progress, she'll find it and she'll be like, "Is this for me?" I'll be like, "No,
cute.
it's not for you."
Also, she's 4.
But could you make me one? Yeah, but you wouldn't play with it. I would. I would play with it.
She's such a negotiator.
She seriously is. And so she found something I was working on recently that was not knit, it was crochet. And I posted a picture on Instagram of like the giant divot I put in my finger, like crocheting hard as fuck. I don't know, it hurt. But while I was crocheting, I was like, I'm not a crocheter, man.
It's
It's like repetitive stress injury inducing. And you do so much work for like that much yarn.
yeah, that much like
Progress.
but it eats lots of yarn.
Yeah.
I really was a crocheter for a long time.
I started as a crocheter.
And I have like so many blankets that I'm kind of in the middle of, and I want to like keep working on them because if I get in the crochet zone, I love it. But then I made that thing we showed last time, the doll for my mom, and I like wanted to kill myself. It was so boring and so tiny. Like crocheting with sock yarn, nah, never again. Except that blanket that I'm working on, but
Yeah.
it's just tedious.
I have a massive,
I love it, but
yeah, I have a massive project in my pile of shame that was like the first big project that I took on when I re-engaged in like yarn crafts after I got married. And my poor husband, because I came home with like a blanket's worth of Cascade wool, and I was like, I'm gonna
Nice.
make a blanket.
Well, I used to come home with armloads of red hearts, so you still had it. He had
Yeah.
it better. He doesn't know how good he had
That's
it.
true. He has no idea. But we lived in a tiny apartment in Nashville, and he'd be like, "Where are you? What? Why? Can't you just buy one at a time?" No, because they might be from different dye lots. Okay, so I have to have it all now.
Red Heart has no dialogue, so
So I bought all this yarn, and I started making a Babette blanket,
oh my gosh.
which is like, if you haven't looked at it, go look at it.
If
on
you were one of the
Ravelry.
first people to get a Ravelry invite, you know what a Babette
Yeah,
blanket is.
that's where I got it. It's like Ravelry in 2007.
It's like the only thing you could make on Ravelry was a Babette blanket.
So I started a Babette blanket, and I made like 9 billion tiny squares, but they're all crochet, right? And I didn't buy the same colors as the Babette pattern because you have to buy like 14,000 different colors. And I was like, well, I can afford 7. So I'll just do this. So I'm like making up my own color sequences, knitting up tiny little granny squares. So I think there were like two rows and then 4 rows and then 6 rows. And I think I got to like 8. So I have a shit ton of granny squares in plastic Ziploc bags in my office, and a ton of cascade wool that's like still in the hank. I haven't even wound it yet.
Are you going to work on it, or is it time to get off the pot?
I can't in good conscience like let it go because I put so much time into it, but I hate it.
Coral, I think you have your answer. I think we've just processed
this. I mean, I was, this podcast inspired me to like finish my leg warmers, and so now I feel like I can do anything.
You can let go.
Oh, it's very like Buddhist.
And you can use the yarn for something else that's still in hanks.
Yeah.
You think about it.
I'm gonna think of, I don't know, what would you guys do?
I have been doing some major purging lately.
Yeah. You're in kind of a kick, though.
While I was in China, my husband bought like a...
That scared me.
I thought it was going to be a real cat that scared you. My husband bought a bunch of like furniture for our house because we never really finished moving in, even though we moved in April, and this podcast was filmed in October. But it was September when he did it. So our office now is like much more organized, and I know where everything is. And so much stuff, I was just like, throw it out. I mean, projects that I was like, I'm not going to finish this, and just like pulled out the yarn and put it in the donate pile.
Yeah. I mean, there's something really... Right, I read that book a while ago.
Life-changing magic of tidying up.
Yeah. And was it life-changing? Like, no. Because
I haven't tidied up yet.
I don't take my shoes off every day and thank them. Not yet.
I thought you're only supposed to thank them when you throw them in the trash.
No, you thank them every day and you put them in their place, and they have their usefulness, and you say thanks, shoes, for going in this special place.
I actually did that with some clothes I got rid of. I was like, thank you for being there in that weird part of my life.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And I actually was like, I can move on and not be that person anymore.
Yeah, so the idea is like the things that you own, when you touch them, they should bring you joy. Mm-hmm. And if they don't bring you joy, why are you really hanging on to them? And that when it's time to let things go, you can acknowledge that they were good for you and that they served a purpose. And now they've served their purpose, and it's time for them to move on to their next life, wherever that is. So, if you're getting rid of stuff, you say, thank you for serving me. Thank you for being of service.
Yeah.
Peace out.
But projects are different and more complicated because at the moment it's a pile of yarn, but it could bring you so much joy when it was done.
Yeah. And I hate to feel like a failure. So I think if I abandon like 95 teeny tiny squares.
When you need 495 still.
2 billion granny squares. I don't know. And I think I never got it quite right. Like when I started it, I wasn't a good enough crocheter or like a knowledgeable enough yarn person to do it right. So some of them are like flared because I did way too many. Like I couldn't tell what the stitch was that I was supposed to be crocheting into and so there's like 10 extra stitches.
What about this as an option?
Okay.
Kind of looking at them again and seeing if they're really as wonky as you remember, and maybe either using the fresh yarn that's still in hanks or like pulling those out and recrocheting them and making like a doll blanket for Cora's doll. And then you have like a version of a Babette.
Yeah.
And a memory. That's still all looped.
You know what I did? Every Friday night, my gosh, this is like my husband's nightmare and like my bliss as newlyweds. We would stay home and definitely not go out, and we would watch Dogtown on Nat Geo.
Nice.
Because I loved that show so much.
What'd you catch?
A cat hair. Out of midair.
I don't know what that makes you like even quicker than a
So
cat.
we would watch Dogtown, and then we would watch Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel.
Wow.
And I would just crochet. And my husband would be like, why are we doing this? And it was great. It was
awesome.
a good time. Yeah. Well, that was a good tangent.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Babette.
Babette blankets and
Something.
crochet. Oh, crocheting. Anyway, Do you have another project? Do you have any
I do, but it's-
finished? Oh, show and tell? Show and tell?
Show and tell? I do. But
You
this
have
has
one.
backstory. I have one thing.
Yeah.
You want to do one of yours?
I don't have any show and tell. I have no finished objects.
Oh, okay. I love the cat head so much. Stop touching them. I hate the cat head.
You love the cat head.
The cat head.
That was fantastic.
I love the cat
Oh
head.
my god. All right.
Maybe
On
we
to the
should-
next.
We should just go outside and film the cat head. And people, you've got to see the reaction.
Great idea.
So
Okay.
for 1 year, my mom and I, so once a month for 12 months, we've picked a theme and we've made each other a craft.
So cute.
It kind of started off with I found these cute buttons at Joann's that looked like a nose and
Oh
two
yeah,
eyes,
they were
maybe.
the Christmas buttons.
The
Oh
little
my
snowman
gosh.
buttons. So I told her that I bought her one and she has to make something with them. And then it turned into we have to make each other something with them. And then it turned into, oh my God, let's do this all the time before we'd even done it once. So that
was
was
so
going to be the
adorable.
December craft. And so we had to do October and November. So the first one was spiders. And my mom made me this cool stained glass spider web that's up in my
yeah.
window. And some spider stitch markers, and so we've been doing it ever since. So for September, we were supposed to exchange this right when I got back from China, but I didn't finish. It was mostly my fault.
Hold on. They looped me in.
Yeah.
To
So-
September.
so
I
my
got
mom
the
was
honorary
coming.
ass.
And Anna was invited to play along too, so that also makes it harder because that means everybody has to make 2 projects. We don't round robin it. We do everything. So I have my mom's project here, which is almost done except for some ends that need to be woven in. But our theme for September was berries, which Anna thought of, and it was approved by the committee. So I made my mom these mittens.
You're so cute. You got to show the other side too.
Blop, blop. These are a SpillyJane pattern, and
so cute.
they're super, super nice. I hope she likes them.
She's gonna love them.
Thumbs are a little long for you, but almost
Yeah, I have short
just right for
thumbs,
me.
apparently.
Plus, they blocked out a little bigger than I thought because I didn't do the thumb according to the pattern. The thumb is like patterned, and I was like, heck no, it's going to be a white thumb.
Just wave.
Hi, Miss Cornflake.
They're so cute. I love this.
I do too. I want to wear them. Like they're going to look so snuggly with a.
Look at those.
I just
So
freaking
cute.
love mittens anyway.
I know, I do too. Except my thumb. Look how short my thumb is.
It's a little long on me too. Like
Yeah.
it's pointy.
So
Maybe this
cute.
is the one you had on before because this one feels longer. Maybe my left thumb is shorter than my right thumb.
Who knows?
But this is so fun of a pattern.
They're
It's
so cute.
Pretty easy. There's no shaping or anything.
No, it's just
pattern.
straight up.
Yep.
Decrease.
So I made her this as a berry pattern. And then Anna's project is, just kidding. Part of it's over there.
Yeah, it's
In
not
a
done, and I'm
container.
not allowed to know what it is.
Yeah. So
I
have
just
to
want to. I want to say for the record, I never do anything on time. Some things I do, but not that many things. And I finished my project,
And I'm the one that held this up.
so mine is waiting at home for you. Yours is waiting at home, but I brought the one I finished for her mom.
So we're kind of cheating because we're not supposed to show each other the other person's thing either.
Yeah.
But I've also seen Anna's because my mom was like, what if she doesn't like it? And I saw it and I was
yeah.
like, oh my God, she's going to love it.
I know, I can't wait. Okay, so this is what I made.
I love it.
I know it's small but sincere. It's a little Christmas ornament.
It's so cute.
That's a little pie
so adorable.
in a mason jar tin. And I hand stitched the top, and I did this lattice stitch, right? And I sewed little berries on here and little leaves, and there's little stuffing in it. So it, anyway, and
It's so cute.
this
It's
little
so my
baker's
mom's
twine.
aesthetic, too.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. I really wanted to make her something that she would like. So,
Salud.
oh, bless you. Yeah. So I feel pretty proud of this.
You should.
It looks really good next to this pizza. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, little baby pizza.
Bye.
Anyway, that's
So
what I
berries theme.
Yep,
And
pretty
then
cute.
next time we'll be able to show you what we got from my mom and what we gave each other. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And then we have these. My mom visited in September and brought us these, so we get to open these later.
I want to know.
Ah, you can't.
I know.
We'll have like a hangout / FaceTime thing with my mom and open all of our presents together.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
So, all
So
right.
that's our project. That's all I have. That's all, like, literally all I've knitted.
Wow.
I took some knitting with me to China and didn't, surprisingly, knit as much as I thought I was going to. Instead, I just, like,
Sometimes
had fun.
you just need a break.
And since I came back, I've barely knit. I've gone days at a time for the first time in my knitting life that I didn't knit. Because I just come home and I'm, like, tired now.
Yeah. I mean, coming home, like, my day, right? I wake up with my kid. I get my kid ready for school. I go to work. I work forever. I commute forever. I get home at like 7 or 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
My kid is up till 9. Then I, can decompress kind of until like 9:30, 9:45 when she actually falls asleep. Right? And then it's like, don't talk to me. I'm just going to watch news and feel depressed about the world.
Yeah, I don't do that part.
Yeah, I do that part. But I've been reading a lot more.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Like a ton. I love it.
Not a ton, but I've been reading.
I mean, a ton more.
More than normal
Yeah.
for me, yeah.
I haven't been reading a ton, but for me,
I used to read all the time. And I still acquire books like I read all the time. Yeah, just bought a new one. Oopsie.
What'd you buy?
I got the new book by the legal director of the ACLU.
Oh.
Talking about citizen engagement and how it's, citizen activism is really critical and really important.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book by the judge who sits in Department 304 at the Superior Court, which is, it's like a legit book, and I bought it because I knew it was going to have information I wanted to learn. It's called Litigation in Practice, and this guy wrote the Rudder Guide for Civil Procedure in California. So, like, if you're a lawyer, you have this in your office.
Rudder is like a big
brand.
practice
Yeah.
manual. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you have any questions about, like, what goes on this form or something, you can look it up in the guide. So he also wrote this other book called Litigation in Practice, and it's about being a judge and actually practicing in litigation and what a judge really wants from you. So he's
That's
super
cool.
cheeky the whole time, and it's a thin book and a super, like, conversational thing from a judge. And then I looked on the back, and it was like, he works at Superior Court. And then I looked him up, and I'm like, oh, he's in the complex litigation department in 304. That's awesome. All right. Are we boring you?
No, sorry.
Am I boring you?
No, I love your stories.
So I'm reading that book.
That's awesome.
And I really like it. I got called a nerd today for reading a smart book. Just not pay.
Whatever, own it. Work it.
I did. I am.
Do you know what else I'm reading?
What?
Liberal alert.
What does that mean?
I'm reading Hillary's book.
Oh, I thought it was called Liberal Alert. I
No.
was like, I have not heard of this book. That sounds
I'm
funny.
reading What Happened by Hillary Clinton.
Nice.
I love her so much. I want to be her friend.
That's cool.
She's so awesome. It's like not even whatever. I'm not going to go there. Anyway.
I'm also reading Cowgirls. Also get the blues.
Don't get the blues.
Cowgirls don't get the blues. Cowgirls do get the blues, right?
Even Cowgirls
get the blues. And I'm reading Shojin, the, like, 1950s book that was, like,
Nice.
super big. Yeah. Which, oh my gosh, so in Shojin, he talks about every ship captain has a rudder, and every time you go somewhere in the ocean, you add it to your rudder, and people would, like, try to steal your rudder, and I'm like, that's what rudder guide means! And I got so, I was, like, in bed.
Wait, but rudder, like on a ship, isn't that with a D?
No, Rutter. Your Rutter is a book about how to get from one place to another and how to do stuff on certain parts of the
You
ocean.
literally just said that, and I couldn't handle it.
A Rutter guide.
That's awesome.
And it blew my flippin' mind. I was like, that's
great.
what rudder guide means.
Oh my gosh.
They kept rudders.
They kept rudders. Am I reading anything else?
If you got, like, someone's rudder, it's, like, worth so much.
That's so cool.
I know.
That's really cool. I think I'm reading... Oh, I bought a new book about Ted Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm reading a book about that Russian lawyer, the guy who worked in finance in Russia, and then he had a lawyer, and the lawyer got murdered.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're all up in
interesting.
the murder business.
I know,
over there.
I got a problem.
Oh,
Well,
and
but
I'm
it was
reading
like political.
Devil in the White City that you let me borrow.
Yeah, because it's so good.
Yeah, I have a stack of reading.
I know,
And those
me
are the
too.
4 I'm actively reading.
I'm like actively reading 2.5.
Yeah. Cool. It's like knitting projects. You can have different ones.
Yeah.
Just one book. Ooh.
Okay, so you're all out
Then
of
I might
stuff.
finish it. God forbid.
I have some more stuff, but they're going to be pretty quick because talked a while ago about how I'm knitting a matchy Drachenfels shawl for my mom because she really liked mine. So I've just been, plugging away. There's not too much to show, but I finished section 1, and I'm about to move into the stripies.
Get my eyes poked out.
Oh, sorry.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So,
You think you'll finish it by Christmas?
that's the goal.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy. It just takes a long time.
Yeah, we've already
know?
talked about how we just don't have.
Yeah, I just don't have
The
that much
mojo.
time.
Yeah.
My weekends are crazy. Whatever.
I think I need to cast on more things.
Yeah.
So I have more things I want to knit.
I have so many things planned, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, ugh.
I think I
there you
really
go.
do need to cast on some more Christmas knitting socks or something, just so I kind of have a deadline, but not really because
Yeah.
no one knows, and it's just vanilla. The problem for me is starting. I have that shawl I really want to knit that's super simple. All it has is an eyelet every once in a while, but I can't.
Oh, your camp.
The campsite.
Campfire?
Campfire? Not campfire.
I don't know.
That's hokey. Campsite. I hope it's not campfire. It's the camp something. But it's getting from this point of just sitting here not doing anything to going and refreshing my memory for a split second
Yeah.
to get back on. I don't get
That's
that
hard.
kind of.
Okay.
An
so-
object in motion stays in motion,
That's true. So I cast on a hat over the weekend just to try to, spice things up. And I'm using this twirl yarn, right, from Napa that we've talked about before. I have berry, and I have tulips petals
You guys,
or something.
The lady at Twirl is struggling.
Yeah, I think she has to evacuate.
Yeah, we just saw pictures in between refresh the battery thing break, and it just doesn't look good. Send her some love.
Yeah,
I don't
send
know
her
how.
some love.
Go follow her on Instagram and
keep
hope she's
up.
okay.
I mean,
the
it's
animals
just-
are safe. She's a firewall thing going on, fire break, but it doesn't look good.
It's just scary.
Yeah.
It's just super scary right now because you can't. She's up in Napa, right? Napa County is on fire. We said that. Okay. So anyway, I'm knitting with her yarn to send her love. I don't know. And it's what happened to the pattern? It's the As the Leaves Begin to Fall hat.
I've knit this. I love it.
Yeah, it's the cutest pattern. It's the cutest hat.
Is it free or paid for?
It's free.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then all y'all better be knitting it.
Yeah, free on Ravelry. Super easy. But the thing is that I picked 2 colors with not a lot of contrast. It's all right. You don't need to. I'm not,
I just.
But they're
wanted to
pretty,
knit. I was getting something.
Were you? Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. They're pretty, and I like them, but you just don't see the pattern right. It's a little bit, not at all, in fact. But I actually kind of don't mind. I think it'll be easier once I get a little bit further up. Move your face.
And blocking it. Oh, sorry. When all the stitches get evened out. and stuff.
When the stitches get evened out, I think it'll be easier to see. But I like the subtlety of the gray and yellow together. I think it'll be pretty either way.
Even if it's not completely obvious what it is, it's
Yeah.
going to make just a nice, pretty effect. Those
And
colors look good together.
when I started knitting with the gray, sorry, I'll do one more close up of the gray. When I started knitting with the gray yarn, it has a little bit of halo just because it has all these mixed in fibers that kind of poke out all over the place. Or you probably can't hear me because I'm leaning over the microphone. Anyway, it has this little bit of glow on it, this little halo-y thing that I just really loved, and it felt really beautiful to me when I was starting to knit it up. I felt really warm and fuzzy about it.
Yeah.
What?
Are you going to change your mind? Is that where the story's going?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm not. And it made me realize how much kind of loving your yarn matters. It goes back to something that I can't really talk about because it has to do with your monthly project. But I started your monthly project once, and I fucking hated the yarn I was using so much that I was like, I hate this. I hate everything. I'm going to send it a bag of dicks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought we already did 4.
No.
Well, someone's keeping track
somebody's
because that's
keeping
our
track.
job.
Yeah. But I stopped using the yarn that I hated, and I abandoned it completely, and I found some yarn that I loved, and I started over.
What is it again? What did you say it was?
Yeah.
What was the project?
You're so funny. And
Oh, I'm not trying to be funny. What? I forgot.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm not even telling that story.
Okay, what were you saying?
The point is that like using yarn that you love and using materials that make you happy really makes a difference in like how much you enjoy the craft. For me, right? Like I don't want to knit with. Sometimes there's a time and a place for shit yarn. Yeah, it serves an important purpose. But like for me, if I'm putting my heart into something that I'm doing, I want to enjoy it because the quality makes a difference. The color makes a difference.
It's like a whole mood thing too. Where what I was going to say before I was making sure you weren't like, oh, and now I hate it. Was like something about that fuzzy yarn feels like knitting. It like feels like I don't know. It's like a whole different kind of knitting. It's like a cozy knitting, like a old timey knitting, and it just like it's a whole mood.
Well, and the other thing is, this yarn. I mean, we saw the animals that it came from, and we saw how it was made. And as I'm knitting through it, I'm finding like little sticks and like prickly bits from the ground that I'm having to pull out. And that is so awesome. Yeah. Because it reminds me that like this is a natural fiber and it came from a thing and from a person and it's connected to the ground and it's connected to the world. And that sounds so hippy dippy of me. But look, there's a little thing right there, right? There's a little sticky stick right there. Boop.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's huge.
No, it's a little. You can't see that. No. No, I just look weird. Dude. Yeah. Anyway, it makes me happy.
Nice.
And it makes me enjoy the process instead of only focusing on the finished item. So
awesome.
That's today's, soapbox pondering deep thoughts with Anna. Yep. Anyway, so that's work in project.
She can be such a sensitive creature. You've seen now another complicated
another
side.
facet. Yeah. It is. It's true. It's true. Yeah, sometimes I'm okay. Not all about what's. Okay. Dickens.
Charles Dickens.
I have one more thing.
Oh, you goober. I have nothing.
No, but this is old. I haven't worked on this at all. Hardly at all.
I haven't seen this in a long time.
Yeah, it's because I haven't done anything with it. Yeah, I know. I told you. Did I even show this last time? I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
Whatever. I'm working on socks.
Oh, why did I think you were doing those ones 2 at a time? I'm crazy.
Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. It's part of a sock. It's Patton's Cray. It looks like this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can we talk about our lipstick?
Yeah.
So
because that's all my knitting, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
There's something else over there. It's all mine. And I feel like I need to explain myself because I'm sitting here with like dark lips.
Okay, stop. You never need to explain awesome lipstick. Let me tell you a story called
I'm very self-conscious about it.
I used to never wear makeup. I was not a huge makeup person. And then I worked at a company that sells makeup. And I did
starts an S, ends in Ephora.
I didn't work in the store. I worked in the headquarters in downtown San Francisco. I worked in their corporate office. What do they call it? FSC? Field Support Center? Something like that. Anyway. And the girls that I worked with there, and boys, were friggin' awesome. And they're like, yeah, lipstick is fun. That's why we wear it. Get your shit together. And I did, and I love it. I have fun memories.
It's rubbed off on me a little bit. She got her lipstick all over me.
Not all over you.
Rubbed off all over me.
Yeah, but
I'd always wanted to wear lipstick, but wasn't good at it or confident in it. I'm expanding my horizons.
So Kimberly is wearing purple lipstick
with red glitter, liquid glitter on top of it. Not just like I bought a bag of glitter or anything. But so Kat Von D the other day had a sale, and all of the
still is.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Kat Von D studded kiss lipsticks.
The black ones. Black containers. They're all like $12 instead of $24 or something.
21, yeah.
And as much as I love the liquid ones, I I also really like
love the
these
bullets.
ones. Like, really like them.
Yeah.
I mean, they get all over my coffee cup in the morning, but otherwise, they last a long time.
The color lasts really well. The formula's nice.
Yeah.
It's creamy.
I got a ton on my coffee cup this morning and still got a compliment about how good it looked from Zoe.
True.
Yeah.
Because it did. It looked good.
Thanks.
So I bought 3 more.
Me too.
Recently.
I bought 3 more.
I already own
And
like 4 of the bullets.
I only had 2.
Did you know that it's called a bullet in a?
I
in
learned
a
that from
tube?
you.
Yeah, it's called a bullet.
Or maybe from Kat Von D on a video a long time
Yeah,
ago.
you learned it from me.
I
Just say
probably
you learned
did.
it from me.
I think I actually did. I was like, I just pretend you know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Act cool.
So lipstick in a tube is called a bullet because it has that pointed end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a rounded off bottom.
Yeah.
Where the gunpowder goes.
What colors did you buy from Kat Von D?
Oh shoot! I got hexagram, which is what I wore today, which is not this.
It's like a
we'll
matte,
get to this.
deep matte red. Oh, so pretty.
And wolf's mouth.
I have that
Wolf's
one.
mouth.
I love
it's
it.
Purpley.
It's like metallic berry.
Yep,
It's so pretty.
but not purple, but
no.
red purple.
It's like magenta
yeah. And
berry. Yeah.
Oh, and Lolita.
Which is a beautiful like mauve. It's kind of a universal
Yeah.
mauve.
For a while, I was like, I want lipsticks that are like my lips but better, and that's all I can wear. And Lolita's kind of a good one of those too.
It's a really good neutral. A lot of people. It works on a lot of different skin tones.
Yeah. It looks like lip color.
But I don't.
But not really.
The mauve doesn't really work on me. I had Lolita for a minute, and then I had to take it back because it looked a little too purple.
Purple?
Yeah, it was a little
Whoa.
too like mauve-y purple, and I looked dead inside.
It's really close to Cathedral. It's like a little tamer than Cathedral.
Which is another color.
Which is also really tame.
But I got the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lolita 2.
Yeah,
which
a
is
lot of
like
people
a
like that one better.
terracotta nude, and I love that. Let me see. Hold on.
So I went to a Walmart for the first time in like months with my parents when they were here, and I like lost my freaking mind when I saw this giant display in the middle that was meant to be for Halloween from Wet n Wild, and they had purple and blue liquid lipsticks. Where'd you go? What are you doing?
right here.
Oh. And so I bought them. So I'm wearing purple Wet n Wild's liquid catsuit. And then on top of it, I got one of Kat Von D's new liquid lipsticks that's like glitter, hecka glitter. What's it called? Everlasting
It's like the veil,
Veil.
something like that. Okay,
So and you're wearing just straight up the Veil.
yeah.
It's cool.
Okay, this is Lolita. Look, this is our knitting / lipstick podcast.
Yep.
This is
Slash
Lolita.
cider podcast.
Oh, my face is too big. Look at that. So pretty. This is why people in makeup videos, now I know, this is why they put their hand behind it. Right? It's so nice. Also, all of these, and also, they smell like
Creme brulee.
creme brulee.
They smell so good.
Yeah, so this is Lolita, and this is one of the ones that I bought called Magic. First of all, look at this.
You wore that one today, right? That's what you were wearing?
Yeah, look at this container. So freaking awesome.
Is it a black one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost bought some special edition one just because it was in a silver one.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even like this color that much, but it's
All right,
in
look.
silver too.
Look, people who aren't into lipsticks are going to be like, those are the same color, you guys are dumb. But what you can't, it's harder to see, is this one has a little shimmer to it. It's like a little unexpected bonus. Anyway, I love it. So here's what I've learned.
One time I had this Avon orange chapstick, and my brother was very young, and he bit it because it tasted so good.
Rude.
He like ate the whole thing.
Oh my god, that's awful. So the thing I've learned, if I can pass on one piece of advice to you today, the only difference
It is, if you're going to have a knitting podcast, talk about knitting.
whatever, that's already out the window. We talk about like alcohol and jobs and whatever. We talk about everything.
Is that sufficient? Pop. He said it. Our producer said it's okay.
Okay. We were doing so good.
Yeah.
Only one
One little glitch.
technical difficulty. Oh,
Timer
I
kicked
gotta
our butts.
start the freaking timer. Oh my god.
So you were about to say you have one piece of advice.
If I could, well, it's like a little nugget of wisdom. If I could give one nugget of wisdom to someone who thinks that they cannot wear lipstick, I have to move this because all I want to do is stare at it. It's that the only difference between you and someone who you see who's rocking lip color
And you
you're like,
admire them,
oh
yeah.
man, that looks awesome. I wish I had that. The only difference is they just decided to put it on. That's the only difference. They were just like, yeah, I wear purple lips today. Because confidence and like ownership are what make
Yeah.
these things work. So
Like anything else.
Like anything
Like a
else.
ridiculous shirt or
a crazy hairstyle,
Yeah.
or your awesome walk.
gaff.
Yeah. So you can totally do it. You have the power to
Just
wear
do
whatever
it.
lip color you want, and that's all I got.
I mean, kind of felt that way about my cat head when I stepped outside. I was like, you look ridiculous. And I was like, but if I saw it, it would be hilarious. And also, it's San Francisco.
And also-
that helps.
That's true. San Francisco. I
You can do
remember when
whatever
I
you
first
want.
moved here, and it was around Halloween, and I'm like, here's the thing. I'm not sure if people are dressed up for Halloween or if they just like costumes.
Yeah.
And
I was-
5 years later, I'm still not sure.
Yeah, because I'm, proliferating that confusion.
Yeah. Well done.
So I was like, one, who cares? And two, no one can see me because I have a mask on. So seriously, sometimes in the morning, I'm like, I'm not ready to be in this red lipstick. But so I'll just put on sunglasses.
it's like your secret disguise. You're like the Incredibles.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell.
Because you look
Like
really good.
Superman takes off his glasses and nobody knows it's him.
Yep. Because you look really good in any lipstick if you have sunglasses on. Because
That's true.
you're not giving away any signs in your eyes that you're not totally comfortable with it.
You don't have to worry about a balance of like eye makeup to lipstick makeup.
Right, and you have no identity. Like you cover someone's eyes and you can't really tell people apart so well. You can tell, so you're just like, it's just that person.
Yeah.
Just person. And that gets me to the office and then we're good to go.
Yeah. And then coffee.
And then I get it everywhere and then it's smudged and then I'm just a bag of dicks.
One.
I think I whispered it a couple times before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Only to like mouth what I was saying. Anyway, this has been a really successful 6th episode. I'm pretty sure it's 6.
I think so.
Anyway,
Thanks for all the subscriptions you've added to our collection over the past
our
episode.
collection of subscriptions, we're not keeping them in a box.
I write them down. I print out the emails that I get. And I save them in a Trapper Keeper.
That's so freaking creepy.
Every time it says, blah, blah has subscribed to, I print it.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do. And also, oh my gosh, I'm going to go see my nephew in 2 weeks.
So fun.
And also, we did that giveaway thing because we had 250 subscribers.
It was 274.
Because we got over 250 and it was 274, and I haven't actually checked it in a hot minute, but we have like so many now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we have a good average. I'm going to look it up.
If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. What's it going to do?
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you.
We want you. We want you in our club.
Tape stuck to
Thank you for watching. I'm about to tell us how many subscriptions there are. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I could go count how many emails I've printed.
345.
Holy cow, that's almost 100 more.
Yeah. It is 6. It is episode 6.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 6. I'm Kimberly.
I'm
This is
Anna.
Anna.
This is the Club Society podcast where we drink and drink some more.
We should have drunk more.
I did.
I mean,
You got to work on it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending this time with us. It's sad how good we are at talking, even with very little knitting to show, but we're glad you're here. And
knit sock blanks.
Knit sock blanks and post pictures.
Yep.
And join our Ravelry group.
Yep.
And tell us what you're going to be for
And
Halloween.
wear some lipstick.
And wear some lipstick. That's going to be our next giveaway. It's going to be pictures of people wearing lipstick.
Oh my god.
Y'all just wait.
Oh my god.
This is going to be the Everybody Wears Lipstick project.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lipstick
Okay.
and knitting. Like with you. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can't wait. Okay. Bye.
Bye.